Hello, pro wrestling fans, and welcome back to Squared Circle Speak. You know what, Nathan? I think you're going to come up with an intro here because every time I do one, you make fun of it every time I say something. So, uh, welcome to Squared Circle Speak, where we talk, well, not anything pro wrestling. We talk about the pro wrestling we want to talk about. And today we're talking about AEW, the week that was leading in to Forbidden Door, which we will do our full review of tomorrow on this fine YouTube channel. But we got to get through Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision this week before we get to Forbidden Door. So let's jump right on in because we had more Owen Hart Cup quarterfinal matches, and we had a lot of trios matches on the way to Forbidden Door. So.
All right.
And we kicked off Dynamite with the one and only Daniel Garcia. Woohoo! Yay!
Yeah, it was they were in New York and MJF was in the ring, Daniel Garcia was in the ring and MJF basically was saying, the last time they wrestled, he kind of beat Daniel's ass, but he said that he sees that he's been proving himself and he wants to give him an opportunity at Wembley to face him. But I'm like, an opportunity for what? Just to have a match because he ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
So that was kind of weird. And then so it looked like they were gonna fight at Wembley, and then all of a sudden Will Ospreay comes out and just completely steals MJF's thunder, Ryan,
Yeah.
and tells him, "Hey, after I beat Swerve, me and you for all the gold next week on Dynamite."
Yeah.
So
Uh
I don't know if this Daniel Garcia match is gonna happen or not because it could be Will Ospreay and MJF.
I think that's gonna be I think MJF's gonna turn heel. I mean, he kind of is anyway, but he's been acting way too happy-go-lucky here lately. I
Yeah.
think it's a ploy. He's gonna turn on Ospreay, and they're gonna do Ospreay MJF at Wembley, which is a way better match than Daniel Garcia MJF. Just saying.
Yeah,
I
nothing
hope
against Daniel Garcia, but
everything against Daniel Garcia. I don't like Daniel Garcia. But yeah, that was a weird start. Uh Not sure where they're heading, but yeah, I think it's going to be MJF Ospreay, hopefully.
right.
Then we had a trios match as the Blackpool Combat Club took on Los Ingobernables de Japan, which was Titan, which I guess I always thought it was Titan, but I guess it's Titan, according to Excalibur.
Yeah, I think they feel like they've changed it because they kept saying Titan all the time, and they realize he's like the smallest one in the ring.
Yeah,
The
he's
name doesn't really fit.
yeah, but it was Liu Ryuta, Claudio Castagnoli, and John Moxley versus Titan, Shingo Takagi, and Hiromu Takahashi. LIJ got the win here, Nathan, which I mean they won by DQ, so it's not like he listened to say anything big, but yeah, Moxley just blasted Hiromu with a chair.
Yeah, and which is crazy because not very many DQs in AEW.
Yeah. Then Naito comes out because this is Naito's group, right? LIJ.
Yep.
He walks out and it's kind of like they have a stare down between Naito and Moxley compete at Forbidden Door. Ray Phoenix took on Jay White in an Owen Hart Cup quarterfinal match. Not much. We're kind of a quick match here with Jay White getting the win. It was good for what it was. They didn't get a lot of time, but it was still a pretty good match. And Jay White got the clean win and beat Ray Phoenix straight up,
All right.
which is the right call. It's the right.
Agreed. Agreed.
Then we had more stare down between, I guess, Christian Cage and the Patriarchy are going for the titles at some point because they keep having this stare down with the Bang Bang Gang. So I guess they're gonna want the trios titles, I guess, at some point.
Yeah. And what's weird is like they did that, but then at the pay-per-view it was the Acclaimed and or wait, no, yeah, you're right. Bang Bang. Yeah, yeah, they weren't even on the pay-per-view.
Yep. Nope. They could have put
Right.
that match on. They had two six-man tag matches, but
Yeah, that could have been on the pre-show or some shit.
yeah. But anyway, we had the Acclaimed and the Young Bucks segment. The only thing of note here was Okada saying "Scissor me, bitch."
Yeah.
That's gonna be a shirt now too, right? uh, and then they have a trios match where Tanahashi's on the screen, and it's gonna be Tanahashi and the Acclaimed versus you know, the Elite. So
Yeah, and they, like I said last week on our predictions video, they actually had a big highlight reel for Tanahashi this week, and they didn't do that when he was just randomly wrestling that one time.
yeah.
So
Uh
yeah,
Storm, Shirakawa, and Mariah May beat the Outcasts in a trios match very, 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 very quickly. Not a lot happened here. This was over pretty quick. But Mina got the win, and so made it look. They kind of built Mina up here, which was good. Um, you know. Then we had that Jericho segment we talked
is,
about in our
is this when they smashed the thing, or that did that happen the week before?
the what? Yeah,
Where she?
this is when Mina hit May with the bottle of champagne.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we had the Warning Tree segment, which we talked about on our preview for Forbidden Door last week with Suzuki and Jericho, and Suzuki kind of turned him down. So did they literally fly Suzuki in to
No,
do?
no, he was on the Tron.
Okay, I was gonna say I forgot he wasn't there live. I was like, God damn it, they really. But why would they even do this?
I guess they're gonna wrestle each other at some point for the FTW title.
Zack Sabre Jr. beat Kyle O'Reilly. And your main event was Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay versus the Gates of Agony in a tag team match. Pretty good match with Ospreay getting the win with the hidden blade. And then they had a little face to face. And then the Swerve hit Ospreay with the house call, and Swerve stood tall at the end of Dynamite. So
Yeah. Yes, this was a good match. I feel like those Gates of Agony guys, those two guys right there, they should beat the Kingdom for the ROH titles because the tag titles because the Kingdom's doing nothing and those guys are pretty good to ring.
yeah.
And
Um.
that the Con guy's been there in AEW, like he was in ROH before AEW bought ROH, and then he came to AEW, before that,
Yeah.
and then he's been in AEW this whole time.
He was
Like,
with Shane Taylor, right? In
yeah,
ROH. Yeah.
yeah, in ROH, but then he came to AEW
Yeah.
before they got bought, and he's been there this whole time, and he's got a look. He's good. I'm like, come on, man, let's do something with that guy.
Um. Then we had Rampage. We kicked it off with the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Orange Cassidy took on the Outrunners in a 2-on-1 handicap match. This was a comedy match from the beginning. The Outrunners kept hitting each other. They and then they kept like running into each other, missing splashes. And then he had a satellite DDT. He hit two orange punches, and it was over. I don't know why this even happened.
Yeah, that's I mean, I get that they're kind of a gimmicky team because they're an 80s tag team, but damn. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
How,
they're never doing anything in
yeah,
AEW.
they're never gonna recover from that. Like
No.
they're both really big guys, and they lost to Orange Cassidy by themselves. Like
Yeah.
Gabe Kidd and Roderick Strong defeated the Infantry again. Not sure why this happened, because none of these Gabe Kidd and Roderick Strong were not on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, they are.
What? No, they weren't.
No, they're on the pre-show.
Oh, they added a match that I didn't know about.
Yeah, they wrestled in a there was a 6-man tag, I think, or a regular tag. Oh, it's a fatal 4-way tag.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, they had that number one contenders battle royal or four-way match. Okay, so are they a real team or what? What the fuck?
No, they just working together.
Okay.
But yeah, the Gabe Kid though, I mean, he's okay. He's got a mouth on him. He uh he kind of has like a Conor McGregor type gimmick going on. So
Then we had a TNT Championship ladder match. Nathan, I called this one. It was El Phantasmo versus AR Fox. El Phantasmo got the win, so El Phantasmo joins the ladder match.
yeah, you completely nailed that. That was way out of left field. I don't even know how you got that right.
Well, the only reason I thought about El Phantasmo was, and if you're wondering what we're talking about, on our prediction show, we predicted who was going to be the sixth man in the ladder match. and I said it was going to be El Phantasmo. The only reason I said that was he's really popular, and they always stuck him on. They've stuck him onto the Forbidden Door last year, so they like to use him, and he's friends with the Young Bucks. So I figured he was going to be on the show at some point, and that was the only spot to put him in. So, but yeah, pretty good match there. El Phantasmo gets the win. Shingo Takagi beat Dalton Castle. And then Queen Amamata or Amanata beat Sky Blue, which is crazy. She won with
Yeah,
a
that's
headbutt.
amazing.
Was that her move? Like I said,
Uh,
or
I
did
have no idea, dude. I haven't seen her matches. I don't know,
yeah? Because
but
Sky Blue went for a code blue. She reversed it and then hit her with the headbutt, and that's it. It's kind of a weird ending. This
yeah,
Rampage was not great. It was more seems like just like a filler episode, and when it's the week before your pay-per-view, you should probably fill up these shows, but you know, was what it was.
yeah.
Collision again, more of the same, honestly. Not a lot happened on this show either. Uh we had Tomohiro Ishii and Orange Cassidy versus TMDK. They legitimately flew Tomohiro Ishii in for this match.
He was all the pay per view too.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was in that tag
He was
match.
in all that tag team match. I didn't even remember at all. So I guess that's probably why I didn't think about it.
Yeah,
But this is so random. Why fly him in
I
to do
know.
random stuff? Like it's so weird. Like
How come? Why is Orange Cassidy wrestling two episodes in a row?
I don't know. Yes, yeah, I thought about that. Yeah, he was on two shows in a row. It was just was whatever it was. Stephanie Vaquera beat Lady Frost. This was just a tune-up for her to let the crowd see her before she takes on Mercedes Monet. Um, Serena D beat somebody. Again, this was nothing. Uh, nah. Wow. Hichichiro beat Kevin Blackwood, and this was just another tune-up match for Hichichiro to get on TV before he faces MJF. Again, we're really rolling out. This is the show. This is right before. This is the show right before the pay-per-view.
Yeah, and I
This
mean
is what you're throwing
all
out there.
it's all squash matches.
Yeah. Jeff Cobb came into the ring during a segment with the Warning Tree, and Hook and Sabata and Zimojo. So it would be Jeff Cobb joining the Warning Tree. Did not see that coming. He is the
Yeah,
current
that's
television champion right now.
yeah. I wasn't expecting that either because I don't know. That was just that was really random
Yeah.
because he wrestled with he was with friggin' Don Callis family the last time he was on AEW.
You know, just does what he wants. Like I guess he's like a hitman. I don't know.
Yes.
Kind of does. Then Danny Garcia beat the Butcher. I guess both of these dudes are from Buffalo, and the show was in Buffalo. I guess so. It was just like cool. Whatever. I guess. Again, this doesn't feel like a go home show for a pay per view.
No.
Uh, the Jack Perry is doing an interview. He's supposed to be in a 6-man tag or 8-man tag tonight, 6-man tag. But he says, I'm not wrestling. And then Christopher Daniels says, hey, if you don't wrestle tonight, you're not in the ladder match tomorrow. So he's forced to wrestle. We had an Owen Hart Cup match between Hikaru Shida and Deonna Purrazzo. Hikaru Shida is back and she gets the win.
Yeah, I was expecting Deonna Purrazzo to get beat like that.
She's been on a roll. And so, yeah, I mean, Shida is a former champion. But Purrazzo's been on a little bit of a roll here. So interesting. I kind of expected Purrazzo to win.
Yeah, see, they threw a curveball at you, Rob.
Yeah. Then your main event was Mark Briscoe, Leo Rush, and Dante Martin versus Takeshita, Jack Perry, and El Phantasmo. All 6 men involved in the ladder match in a 6-man tag. Takeshita, Perry, and Phantasmo get the win. And Takeshita was the one who gets the pinfall over Dante Martin. But then it all breaks down. Everybody just kind of takes each other out at the end. Briscoe kind of comes off the ladder at the end and did a somersault punch and took out everybody at the end of this. Then we had just the official weigh-in for the main event tomorrow. Ospreay weighed in at 220 and Swerve weighed in at 230. Why do we care what they weigh? I don't know. and then it was just kind of they went back and forth. They were gonna like fight. They cooled down, and then Osprey hit a hidden blade out of nowhere. So again, that was the only thing that kind of led into the pay-per-view on this show. Everything else, because even these matches with Hichichero and with Stephanie Vacour, like MJF wasn't there and Monet wasn't there, so it didn't really do anything.
Yeah, it's just like you said, tune-up matches, squash matches, just to show the crowd who these people are.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was just weird. The Dynamite was good, but the other two shows this week were not much.
So, what show do you think took it this week, Ron? I'm pretty sure
Uh,
it's
SmackDown.
yeah.
SmackDown was
Yeah.
great with the Bloodline stuff, just the crowd and MSG. Even though SmackDown was heavily edited, thanks to Fox, it was still the better show this week.
Yeah.
Uh, I would say AEW is kind of on the losing end of everything this week. Their shows were not great. Dynamite was the best show of the week, but it still wasn't that great this week. So, I don't know. We do have a little bit of news. Ricochet is officially done. Today was his last day in WWE. It was up at midnight, July 1st. So I guess he can sign with AEW. And the rumor is he is probably going to be signing with AEW relatively soon.
Right.
Cool. I mean, good for him. Like he'll get there, I think he fits better in AEW style anyway. So
Yeah.
that'll be something. We do have a lot to talk about, but we'll talk about a bunch of this stuff at their pay-per-view review because a lot of stuff happened at this show. One thing that did happen we can't announce is that we'll talk about here. AEW New Japan have another show coming up. It's a super show with CMLL, AEW, New Japan, ROH, and Stardom. It's the day after Wrestle Kingdom. It's called Wrestle Dynasty. It'll be in the Tokyo Dome on January 5th. So another show between all the companies. So interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. Okay. Well, so are they not having because they used to have New Year's Dash?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't guess they're not because now they're doing Wrestle Dynasty. It's the day after. So this is the first time that they're actually advertising AEW in Japan. They've done stuff before, but this is the first time in this partnership that they're sending people over to Japan. Like being advertised is going. Like they did have some people at Wrestle Kingdom and stuff. But this is the first time they're advertising it. So maybe this is working out with them. CMLL is also advertised, so we'll see what all happens at that show. I don't know how. The thing is, it's right after it's right after Wrestle Kingdom. I don't know how good of a show it could be with it being right after Wrestle Kingdom. You can't really. Most of the matches is going to be random, right?
You would think.
You can't really say title matches and stuff because you're going to have title matches at Wrestle Kingdom. So I don't know what they're going to do. But it's interesting. I'm not like I said before, I'm not a huge fan of these, super shows like this because it all feels really random. But you get some dream matches out of it and you get good wrestling. So I guess that's all that matters. I like my pay-per-views to have some build to it, but if you don't, I guess these shows are what you're in for. So other than that, not a lot of other AEW news. Like I said, most of the stuff we will talk about tomorrow on our pay-per-view review because they did have some stuff happen. Some really cool stuff that we'll get into as we talk about Forbidden Door tomorrow. So I think that might do it. I don't think there's anything else unless there's something else you want to talk about.
No, I think that's it. If you like this episode of Squared Circle Speak Talk AEW, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to hear more of these AEW episodes and tickle the notification bell so that way you can be notified whenever we upload another video like this. And we'll see you on the next one.
See ya.